Hello, my name is Joseph Webster, and I am responding to mini speech number 6, prompt 2, where I'll be analyzing two different topics, being cryptography and sexual assault, the biggest campus crime. And each of those topics have two audiences. I will be explaining how I might adjust my specific purpose and message according to the demographic characteristics of each audience. So for topic number 1, cryptography, and audience number 1 of that topic, we have 50% computer science majors, 30% physics majors, and 20% fine arts majors. So I would keep for this audience, so cryptography is basically like the study of code. Cryptographers are people who make codes, crack codes, and try to keep companies secure. I would keep it more science-based, since physics majors and computer science majors, specifically computer science majors, are more likely to understand the data and the statistics and the math that I'm using to explain my topic. And since there's only 20% fine arts majors, I'm not really worried about them because they won't be using cryptography in their jobs, most likely. For audience number 2, we have 40% business majors, 40% history majors, and 20% computer science majors. So for this, I'd be going more into the history and really historical details of cryptography, where it came from, how it came to be, and just how it's used in everyday life. I wouldn't expect business majors or history majors to understand the math, so I wouldn't really include as much of the scientific method that would be used in cryptography. And since it's only 20% computer science majors, since they're not the majority of who I'm trying to communicate with, they're just not really accounted for as much as the others. Now for our next topic, we have sexual assault, the biggest campus crime. For our first audience, we have 80% female and 20% male. So for the 80% female and 20% male, I would have more facts, more statistics. Well, actually, that's not true. I would have a large amount of statistics for both, but I would have more sexual assault victims speak, and I would use them as examples for my audience, because I think it would greater connect with the larger female audience than it would with the larger male audience. Now for the larger male audience, I would use more statistics and numbers and numerical data, because that makes it more likely to connect with them, since men tend to be less emotional and less likely to connect with topics such as sexual assault, the biggest campus crime. And so I think that having more numerical data and statistics would greater connect with the men than emotional appeal, and vice versa with the females.